Hello. I'm listening to this song right now, see if it's good enough to make it to my list. I think it is. I think it is. So let's add that to that. What is this? 30 minutes of Zelda metal cover. That could be pretty cool. I just want to click on this too. Let's see what you got. Maybe we'll listen to this a little bit. See if it makes it on the list. All right. We are going to be working on the polymorph spell today. I figured polymorph would be a good start. I'm going to have to finish making this entity. And then patch it in to the spell. It'll be a good start because I think... what is this? What do I have to do? Where are my notes? Where did I put my list? Okay, yep, so I have polymorph. I need to figure out how I'm going to handle arcane insight or arcane sight. I'm not sure if that spell is going to stay or not. I may end up disabling that one. No, it was cool until the screeching happened. What's this? Banjo-Kazooie. Terrible. All right, let's go with Luke Hero. There we go. We'll just do some Luke Hero. But yeah, I'm gonna do polymorph, then I gotta figure out arcane sight, and then I can finally start the summon minions system. I have a text document, and I actually wrote like a bunch of notes here on how my summoned skeleton / summon minion system is going to work. Pretty detailed. I just have to actually put, ideas to code. But for now, polymorph. And I was thinking about it. I think polymorph right now is an alteration spell. I think I mislabeled it. I think it needs to be incantation. Polymorph feels very much like an incantation kind of spell. I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but I don't see alteration being a polymorph kind of spell. Alright, let's do this. I need to create the entity. It's going to be in creatures. Let's add a new folder. Call it polymorph. Polymorphs. And I will take a look at familiars. Familiars may have been a problem. Alright, we're not using that as the foundation. I'll use the drone. Yeah, we'll use the drone. Did I delete that folder? No, I didn't. There it is. I'm going to call this entity polymorphed. There we go. One second, y'all. All right, I am back. My coworker is ridiculous. The guy called me from like being by a plane. He goes like skydiving. Unreal. Unreal. Okay. So let's continue with this, right? So this is gonna be polymorph types. I don't think I really need any variants with this. Really, I just, you know, I probably could just have this under variants. Alright, so we could do this. You know, I don't need it to be like that. This is what we'll do. We'll do this. And we will make one that's just hair. That will be the first polymorph type. Can climb. False. You know what? I'll set it to true for now. I think this is okay. We will just set this up as a wild card. And I will delete the rest. Alright, so size should be good there. You know what? Let's just kind of default that. Renderer. Do I want a specific renderer for this? I am thinking no. I think just shape would be fine there. Shape by type. I guess for now it's going to look like a drone. Just because all the mappings are in there. And then damage modifiers. I'll keep that in. Controlled physics. I think all of that is fine. Harvestable's not really going to matter. Because there's no loot table for these. Loot drops. And what is this? Animations. I think that's fine. Health. Let's put in a wild card for health. And it's going to be 1 hit point. With a maximum of 1 hit point. I'll set that to 1. There's not really going to be a death decay because I'm gonna just immediately remove the entity. AI tasks I don't really need to worry about. Harvestable stuff, we'll get rid of that. Spawn conditions. Let's get rid of this whole thing. Whoops. There we go, just like that. Sounds, there will be no sounds. And let's get this. There we go, paste that right in there. Save. All right, hop into the game. Let me in. I should probably disable all these other mods. Yeah, if I disable the other mods, this will load faster. There we go. There's lava walking, water walking, working well. Let's see. Where's polymorph? Polymorph. Let's set up a little area here. Let's get some fence. That's good enough. And let's do a wolf. So let's it's not going to do anything yet, right? So it did complete the spell. So let's pull up the polymorph spell. Right, because right now polymorph is just it's applying a buff. Right, and it's only but that was the old way that I was doing it. So let's get rid of this for now. I'm gonna have to spawn an entity. To do that, we can actually look at the Void Pulse. And I can grab all of this. Just like that. All right, let's make this a little bigger. So this is going to have to be... There, anywhere it says that, let's make it polymorphed. Wow. Copy. Polymorph dash, instead of ID, because that's just going to be polymorph 1. I think it just needs to be this. Right? Because it's going to be polymorph dash hair with my mod ID. Clean up some of this stuff. There we go. Instead of final position, right? Because there is no final position, I can use selected entity dot position. We do not want motion. We want world position, spawn entity, the throw animation, consume mana if it's not a spell scroll. Oh, I forgot to update this. Aqua Monster, hydrate, can do. Oh, I needed water. For the love of all things. Alright, let's just close that out for now. Let's grab this. Paste and paste. There we go. There is no fired by. Build. Now let's do entity spell. Yeah, I don't think I need to specifically mark it as a summoned creature, because that means something different. All right, let's rebuild. We are gonna hop back in. I think I do need to write a couple watched attributes. Just want to say thank you so much for putting love and time into this mod since I discovered it as it's been a must-have in all my playthroughs. I'm glad to hear that. The new update that I've been working on, it's awesome. And I think it's definitely over 200. I think it's about 208 changes. And some of those don't even do it justice, because like a single line is like the fact that I rewrote the entire buff system from scratch. And all the changes and everything. Hey, Lunatic, how's it going? We are working on the polymorph spell right now. Been a long time coming. Been a long time coming. Oh, looks like Elemental's polymorphed, so it's going to be an invisible entity for now. Are you about ready to go to bed? Seems like whenever I'm on, you're like, all right, I gotta go to bed. We could try that. Let's reload. Tis 10:46 p.m. Oof. It is 11:46 a.m. for me. You are about as far away can be. Tell you what, let's both start digging down. Maybe we can reach each other. We'll meet in the middle. Time set day. I love the new water walking and lava walking spells. They are fun. They are a lot of fun. And this... There we go. It's still... Oh, there we go. That bit was like... I was testing... For the water walking stuff, I was testing to make sure if there is no block entity that it can self-terminate, so it did. Good. Let's go back to a wolf. I have to make a pen again. This time I will log out before I do anything else. Let's get more fence. Walnut. Day Class A. I fear that was going to catch on fire. There we go. Boop. So we'll save and quit. For some reason, a lot of my friends and people I watch tend to be on the other side of the world. Oh, man. It's rough. That is rough. I'm just saying, on this side of the world, I got cookies. I got Oreos, actually, in my house that I have been thinking about like a junkie. What is this? Oh yeah, this is the night vision. So let's make it dark. Right? So this is it, and then wow, let's fix that. I was playing with the night vision buff. Hold on, let me fix it. I was doing some shader stuff. Where is it? Night vision. Oh, actually, it should be working. Got that, the color tint. Interesting. Oh, I gotta up the brightness. All right, so night vision's still a work in progress. I'm not dealing with it now. But this is what it's going to look like. This is what it's going to look like. Oh, you know what I was doing? This. I was messing with the renders because it used to not show anything else with night vision. So that's what I was working on. So I'm gonna have to, let's make a note to go back and fix fix night vision. Fix night vision again. There we go. And just to make sure, oops, there's night vision. I may be able to fix it right now. Nope. Kind of want to fix it now. 1 second. I'm back. Ooh, we can make black holes soon? Yes, actually. You'll be able to do a lot of things soon. You'll notice, like, my buffs, there's a little infinite sign. I've added infinite buffs. I added a lot. I added a lot of stuff. I think it's this. Copy. Paste. Reload. But yeah, the gravity well, it doesn't do any damage. It just pulls in all creatures into the black hole. It's crowd control, AoE crowd control. There's a dedicated slow spell now. There's the water walking, lava walking. There is the wall strider, so you can climb up walls and stuff. Okay, so that wasn't it. So I'm going to undo. We will come back to this. I want to finish. I want to get some version of polymorph working before I do anything else with this. There we go. So let's remove that. All right, polymorph. Oh yeah, new shaders, like the new fireball spell. Where? There we go. Here are my gateways. Oh yeah, I opened this world. Oh man. There we go. I accidentally ran the world and saved it, and it, like, destroyed all the block entities. I ran it without the mod installed. Let's get the resonator. Right, so this is the new portal. And when you actually get a destination in here, keystone. Yeah, I redid the shaders. I redid, like, everything. And we can select an area. Like, I can actually inject different colors in here. But yeah, the new portals, a lot of stuff. Like, you can put this back down. Whoops. So now, right, you used to be able to, like, connect things, right? And it could only hold one. Not anymore. Right, so you can connect, like, multiple things to a provider, an Essence provider. Like, a lot, there's so many changes that I made in this version. So many changes. A lot of fun stuff. And I did all of this too to because I'm going to be adding summonable creatures that you can control. Dedicated minions. Let's pull up the polymorph spell. Here, let me save and quit. Save and quit. And then we will hop back in. And actually, I'm going to remove all of these. There was a problem with shaders. There's a hard limit of 100 shaders in this game, and Vintage Story takes about half of those shaders. So I threw a bunch of mods on that adds like a bunch of shaders along with mine, just for testing. But I don't need any of those things anymore. All my server buds call me as a madman to grind out the magic. Now we can prove them wrong. If it's too much of a grind, you can change things in the configs. Could not restore polymorph entity. Original entity code is missing. All right, so it's trying to spawn this. And it is getting into here. Yeah, so it's this. Yeah, so the original entity code. So let's go back into the spell. Where is it? There it is. Let's dock this. So I need to do entity spell. This is what I need, right? So it's going to be a watched attribute dot set string, and then I can say this dot, or it wouldn't be this, it would be a selected entity dot code. And what I also need to do is say selected entity dot should despawn equals true. Or wait, I can't do it like that, right? Because that's only the get. I need to what is it, guys? It's not should despawn. It's not remove. Unload. It's not unload. Crap. How do I get rid of the entity again? It's not die. Crap. I forgot. I'm gonna have to look at some of my other code. Remember, there's something stupid you should do where it's like should despawn, and then there's something else that actually makes it despawn. You gotta set it equal to true. You know what? I could probably just look that up now. You know what? It doesn't matter because it's just gonna delete this anyways. Cannot restore polymorphed. Oh wait. Okay, so it's still missing the code. So I'm writing that watched attribute. What else do I need to write on here? You know, I'm probably gonna have to write the health. I'm gonna have to write the ID as well. And then set those values. So let's do that. So this is going to be setting the float. And paste that in. I'm going to have to get a snapshot of the health. For now, we'll just put in a static 10 hit points. I'm going to have to look at the behavior, the health behavior specifically for that. Let's save the long. And for the polymorph stuff, right, because that's going to be the entity ID. And it will be selected entity dot entity ID. All right, we're getting there. Let's see. Hold on, replying to someone. There we go. Let's see. So get the properties. Am I setting? Yeah, right. So I'm getting that initially from there. I don't like the fact that this is saying entity spell. I'm gonna say entity polymorph. There we go. I like that a little more. Change this as well. Paste that in. There we go. That reads a little better. I don't have to worry about any kind of rotation. There we go. Trim it all back. Oh, right. Probably want to do selected entity. I think I have to do die first, right? What does die take in, right? It takes in the reason and then the damage source. I think if I do the reason being unloaded, I think that would do it. I'm just curious about that before we go any further. That's what it was. Okay, so you have to kill it, and then it's got to be unloaded. But it did not spawn the creature, so let's go back into here. Let's disable this for now, because I don't want to keep having to respawn wolves. Look at it running. What you do to my brethren? Help, police! The monster! I could probably... Let's make a protected bool. Try polymorph entity. Obviously, this is gonna have to have entity player in it. Let me do the in here. Probably the selected. It would be entity agent. Selected entity in, and then let's do a float duration. And we will set that as a default of 30. Let's change this. This music is not hitting it for me. There we go. The tried and true. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of checks in here. First things first, we'll return true for now as the default. This is gonna be if if player in equals null, right? Or player in dot world equals null. Paste that in a bunch, right? So if world dot side, this would be does not equal enum app side server, right? Because if this is on the client, don't do anything. Next check is definitely gonna have to be selected entity, right? Like it's gotta be something with selected entity. This one we want to check selected entity dot alive. So if it's not alive, right? If it's dead, entity has to have code. Or if it equals null, right? If the entity code equals null. Right? Because world would be fine for that anyways. And then for duration, if duration is less than 0f. What else, guys? I think that's a pretty good first pass. Right? Because we have the player world side. That's going to be your anchor. Then the selected entity has to be something, and it's got to be alive, and it's got to have code to pass into the polymorph creature, and the duration has to be greater than 0, so it doesn't just like insta disappear. Let's do a return false, right? So don't go any further. I did not realize I need to get up at 5 a.m. Really need to sleep now. See you. Best of luck. You have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. I hope this voice can soothe you to sleep. And I mean that in the best possible way. Best possible way. Let's start migrating stuff, right? Because this would be player in world entity type. New asset, right? No, it's gonna be polymorph dash hair. We're gonna do a quick check here. So if type equals null, you know what? Why am I saying type there? Technically, it's property. So if that's null, let's put in something for references. Logger. I'll say, properties is null. Something simple, and then we can return false. Now I need to create the entity, which is this guy. And this is going to be player in. Let's put in properties. The next... Yeah, I think at this point I don't need another check. I could just start throwing this stuff in. And this is going to be the polymorph position. This would be selected entity in, right? This would be in. This would be in. So set position, and then set from the position. We would want to set the world. We would want to set the y'all. I would want to summon this creature, right, like this. There we go. Bro, and then this would be where I would put that die. Just like that. Then I can return true. Now, all of this can go away. Almost all of it, right? I want to save that part. I can get rid of all of that. Then this is going to be... If this dot try polymorph entity, right, I got to put in the player selected entity duration. Let's just say 30 seconds. Doesn't matter. And let's say selected agent. And I can say if what order do I want to do this in? Let's do entity agent. Come on, E-N-T-O-T-Y, A-G-E-N-T equals, we'll just make this a cast, right? So, entity agent, and this would be selected entity. There you go, selected agent. I need to make sure this runs server side only, right? So I can say like player dot world side. We'll just say is server. Or I could say if this is client return. All right, don't go any further. If this is not, so if this is false and you can't summon it, we'll say return. I'm going to put something in here that just says logger could not spawn entity. Means something screwed up somewhere, and if that was successful, then consume mana. Whew. You know, the funny part is, me doing all of this did not fix our problem. It's still not going to work because I need to write the correct information. Look at this thing. It's like freaking out. Just accept it, buddy. Just accept it. Could not restore polymorph entity. Could not restore polymorph entity. I'm gonna need to look at a couple things side by side. That. Oh, what else? What else am I gonna need to look at? I could probably put in a print. I could probably put in what, a print statement that, like, to see if this thing even spawns for like the first tick before it does anything, or I could see if it at least initializes. That would be a start. But what else would I need? What else would I need? I guess I could start with that. Yeah, I could start with that. Let's look at these side by side. So I'm not getting anything there. And I'm not getting anything here, right? So it should be spawning the creature. I think our problem is going to be in here. I may have forgot to set something here. Maybe it's the, oh shit. The expiration is being set as a double. I'm setting all these as a float. And I think it's a double because that's what this is, right? No, that's actually a long. I think this needs to be float. Save that fireball. Verify the log. Oh! Oh! That... I'm trying to redo it manually. Oh, for the love of all things. Son of a bee. I gotta put this in. I gotta put this in. We will put this in right here. We'll do an if statement. We'll put this in here. We will make it a return false. Right, and then this would be what, selected entity in, and then for the duration we'll just pipe in duration, and then this would be something like that. There we go. So I can tag into it. And what I will say is rmr references.logger. I'll say could not set, or technically this would be could not store the original entity data. Right? That way I'll at least know it's like failing there. And then I can spawn things, right? We can set the animation, set it to true. Let's try that. Could not store the original entity data. Could not spawn entity. Okay. So it failed there. Specifically, it failed there. I feel like world should be first. I know it doesn't matter, but I feel like world should be first. Now, is it failing this? Let me double check in here, right? If entity, whoops. Entity polymorphed equals null. Do this, return false. And I'll say, entity is null. So that should step me through. Alright, so it's getting past there. So it's failing here. Store original health. Am I doing this stuff right? I've been trying to use it more often. I'm still getting used to not breaking everything out into its own separate, like, if statements and trying to do things on one line. So when something like this doesn't happen, I question this. Oh, shit. How can it access this if the entity's not spawned? Let me try and spawn it first. There we go. Okay. So that would be the polymorphed creature. And it's going to last 30 seconds. So while we wait, let's clean this up a little bit, right? So let's do that. Selected entity in, die, unload. Duration. For now, I am going to, because I think that is... Actually, it's gonna be way more than that. It's gonna last 3 minutes. Fuck that. Polymorph base duration. You know what? You get 60 seconds. I might as well leave it in this format for later. But either way, whoops. All right, let's just stop. Either way, we are going to say 10 seconds. Statically set it for now. Or better yet, instead of doing it here, not using that, Oh wait, it was 30 seconds. Let's do this dot duration, and I could say this dot duration equals 10f. There we go. I'll do it here. That way I can remove it. Technically, I could have this scale with spell stats. So if I put in new duration, it's going to take from the alteration stat modifiers you can put on through equipment and stuff, and it will make the duration last longer. So maybe we'll do that. Then I can say new buff duration. I'll statically set it to 10 for testing. And one more change. You know what? It's fine. Next thing, we will work on changing it to the hair shape and texture. And we will test. But this may be all it needs. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. And what I'm doing with this is a special thing Polymorph is doing. I'm actually saving the entity ID. Because the idea is I want NPCs and player summoned pets to be able to be polymorphed. And preserving your ID will fix the soon-to-be summoned system that I put in. So, polymorph. Did not kill the wolf. Did I not set that? Thought I did. Could not store original entity ID, could not spawn entity, could not spawn the entity. So it's not getting past here. I think order of operations is screwing me up here. Right, because I got all this, right? We're just getting down to here. Right, to from, I'm setting the y'all. Spawn entity, right? Probably want to kill off the other thing. Actually, I think that had to be a negative. If it can't, I think that's what was screwing it up. Oh, you son of a bitch. Is that it? There we go. And it despawned back into the wolf. So technically there are going to be two of these wolves. Yep. Alright, so let's do... admin... I do not need two. But we could actually test this, right? So polymorph is not going to work on this, right? Because it's dead. Polymorph does work on this. Now, if I kill this early... Okay, there we go. Oh, shit! Stuff's on fire! It's the lava! Damn you, lava. Alright, let me just kill that. Let's go up here. I think we got the basic polymorph spell done, though. Because it's going to be, if the thing runs out of health, right? Like, if you hit it and you kill, like, you remove one hit point, it's going to break the spell, or if the duration expires. pull out the fence. Let's make it like a little fence again. Okay, there's Polymorph. It's got 1 HP. There we go. Now we're going to reload, right? Because I want to make sure that the client and the server both agree what these attributes are. And technically, the server needs to have it, needs to push it to the client. One thing is that it may reset the timer for polymorph. So instead of being like 8 seconds, it may be 10 again. Right? Or however many seconds lapse before I reloaded the world. Ah, see? So client was seeing the bodies disappear, the server was not. And I think this is not being saved correctly. There we go. So it seems like the countdown timer, you just earned your freedom. Ah, damn it, fine. Let's get revived. There you go, buddy. Live. Live and be free. There, I'll revive everything. You know what? This wolf is gonna eat my biscuits. If you're outside the fence... There you go. Wait, I just need one. Alright, now let's reload, right? So technically it would see a second dead body. So there should be 2 dead bodies and then that other one. I think client and server are definitely not agreeing on this. I'm missing a step. I know I'm missing a step. You polymorph an injured creature. Does it come back at full health or does it come back at the amount when it's polymorphed? Yeah, see, so there are the 2 dead bodies and then there's the other guy. Sorry, buddy. Well, I was originally going to set it to where it saved its health. I don't think I'm going to do that because you could kind of cheese things a little bit. I'm going to have it come back at full health. This is crowd control, right? Crowd control. Too many things are around and you want to take some things out of a fight. Right? So that's why I'm thinking like 1 minute, it lasts on. And I'm going to have it run the daze thing. So it just kind of walks around in circles, confused. Wonder if I need to call this on both the client and the server. I wonder if that would do anything. Let's pop a wolf in here. Polymorph. We're gonna reload. How you doing, Asterbrook? All right. So that didn't do it, right? Because that's the other dead body. So we're getting there. We are getting there. Let's get rid of all of this stuff here. Get rid of all of this. And what is that AI task I made? Entity, AI tasks, spell. Specific, no. Unique. Days is what I want. So that is it right there. And I don't think there's much in here, right? I'm already putting in a movement speed. I'm setting slot as 0 here, so maybe I don't need, you know, I'll just set it to 0 right there. And I don't need any of this. Actually, I don't think I need, like, any of that. Or that. Basically, a slot, a priority, run the code. Let's give this a try. Tired, about to spend time with my brother and his wife. Nice. I'm a little tired too. A little tired. Starting to get hungry. I cooked an awesome mushroom risotto before. So I do need target entity in here. Or do I? I don't think I'm doing anything with size anymore, what she said. This may have been something from, yeah, right there, when I used to have it like path away from me. All right. Build should be good. Let's hop back in. We'll do polymorph again. So this thing should not attack you or anything. It should just kind of wander around aimlessly. I may have to put in a duration. Continue, execute. Interesting. Why don't I just set this to true? All right, let's build again, hop back in. I guess the Days AI task had more in it than I thought. Maybe. Okay. I don't think this is running my AI task. Oh, wait, don't I have idle in there as well? I think I have idle in there as well. There it is. Yeah, look around. Go, we'll reload. We're gonna have to get some lunch soon. And I got pork chops to grill. Wait a minute, is it supposed to rain? It's kind of cloudy out. Better not. Okay, that is what I would expect. Randomly clunking around. What I could probably do is inject some stuff in here, right? Because I can have it just go slower than that, right? It's a little fast. So that is the current movement speed. Let's trim it down a little bit. That's better. Much better. The flee duration. I'm gonna have to redo this whole thing. I'm seeing a lot of what I did in here for fear. Here, let's summon a wolf. That's what I would expect. I think what's happening is it's running into the fence, and then it's getting confused. Mainly because in Fear, I have other stuff that tells you, okay, path around this. But I don't have anything here. Alright, we're gonna reload. Okay. Making sure I got no... You'll be my test. How long do these things last for? There we go. Just get rid of all the bodies. Maybe it's not unloaded. What if I put in? Well, what do I have? I have disconnect, unload, remove, expire. It's either expire or removed. Let's try removed. All these are perfect for summon skeleton. Where's my music? Hey, I don't see the dead body, so maybe that one. All right, now we're gonna reload. Yep, no bodies. Great. But now this guy is just gonna wander forever. Where does he think he's going? What if I polymorph something that's like flying in the air? Oh, I'm silenced? Son of a bitch. Hold on. It was not happy with that, huh? And I can't just skip past. Oh, I can. So it just blew up that creature. You know what it probably is? It's probably the fact that I'm probably getting game as I'm saving things. So let's do this. In here. Oh, I forgot to re-enable that. I gotta stop using the old server position. It's just position now. Maybe not. All right, Wolfie. We're gonna reload. Let's make sure that there's still no body. Which I think it's the remove did it. Yep, so that still works. If I kill you, you turn back into this. Just glitched yourself into captivity. You know what? You know what it is? The size. It's the hitbox size, which is why it's going through walls right now. We're gonna reload, and actually, let's make this look like a hair. Let me pull up. Let's go to Vintage Story, Assets, Survival, Entities, Animal, Mammal, Adult Hair. Copy. Let's get rid of that. All right, paste that in. Make it come from game. Instead of gender, we'll just do male for now. And we're gonna copy this. I don't think this is right. Oh, duh. This is where I want it. We'll say male, and then there's a type. We'll do Arctic. Yeah, Arctic male. Alright, let's reload. Oh, almost got it right. Texture is wrong. Texture skin. Oh. Duh. Let's reload again. There we go. I was gonna say, you see, that wolf looked like he wanted to eat some of the biscuits there. You know what I should do? For polymorph, maybe the polymorph creature should have a bigger hitbox. Good, and I want to make sure the wolf doesn't attack polymorph creatures. Because that would suck, right? Like if you're fighting a wolf pack, and then the alteration mage uses polymorph to shapeshift like one of the wolves, and then the other wolves just turn right around, hit it once, and break their friends free. I don't want them to do that. There we go. So now this is mostly working. Now we need to maybe save this data. Or maybe on reload, read this data. I'm gonna have to start animations each time. Settings, interface, dev. I got that. I think it's a command, right? To be able to see the running AI tasks. Oh, if I cast polymorph again, it spawned the wolf. Yeah, and then that disappeared because it had nothing. Interesting. Interesting. So it's mostly working. It's mostly working. I want to get something to eat. I got some mushroom risotto to eat. Who is playing Vintage Story? No one I follow is playing Vintage Story. Well. Well. Oh, and next stream we are going to be playing Arcane Merchant. I pulled the trigger and bought this game. So it's like the Tavern Keepers game, and it's like the potion, the alchemy game as well. But it looks better. Like it feels more fantasy, and I like that. So we are going to be jumping deep into this game. I'm gonna open up the Rusty Grimoire. And you get like different adventurers, right? And you can like equip them with stuff that you make. Like it looks pretty badass. The little void storage. So, and this may actually help me give me ideas for. I want to make a mimic so fucking bad. I hate to say, I want to make a mimic so bad. Look at that. Like, look at this game. Look at this game. So we will be playing this. Who is playing Vintage Story? We can throw it to. It's gonna have to be someone new. You know what? Maybe we won't. Let's raid Quixote. I haven't raided Quixote in a while, and they are on. They're playing Scrap Mechanic 2. Or Scrap Mechanic. Chapter 2, apparently. But yeah, let's raid Quixote. I think I have Scrap Mechanic. No. Oh, so it's one of those. I think I bought it a long time ago. We'll add it to my wish list. I bought it a long time ago, and it kind of sucked. But that was like many years ago. I think it had just come out, and I'm like, nah, this needs more time to grow. But we are going to raid Quixote and see what they are up to. All right, everyone. Oh, look at that. There's like farming now and stuff. That's cool. Thank you everyone for watching. You know, we're making progress, right? Polymorph is coming together. I have to fix night vision because for some reason that is no longer working. Yeah, more spells coming out. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Adios. See you later. Bye.